Hey everybody, Alex here from Android Headlines, and today we're checking out the Droid Ultra versus the Motorola X. So on the outside, or inside too, these phones are basically the same. Every feature from the Moto X is on the Droid Ultra. Specs are the same dual-core Snapdragon S4 Pro, the same 2 gigs of RAM. But the Droid Ultra has a 5-inch 720 AMOLED display versus a 4.7-inch 720p AMOLED display on the Moto X. So it's a little different, but not by much. There's also a few Droid features on the Droid Ultra, like this clock widget here, which is, I actually like it, instead of just having a plain clock widget from stock Android over here. But they are both basically stock Android. I mean, the Droid Ultra has a little bit more differences from stock Android than the Moto X does. They both feel really solid in your hand. Of course, the Droid Ultra is a lot thinner, but it's also not as compact as the Moto X is. The Droid Ultra, it's got that glossy plastic on the back, so as you can see, there's lots of fingerprints there, and I actually just wiped this down before I started the video, which shows you how glossy it is. So I'm going to wipe it down again. So for hardware, we've got back here on the Droid Ultra, you got your 10 megapixel camera, which is the same as the Moto X. Your Droid logo. There's actually a Motorola logo over here, which is kind of hard to tell. There's also your Verizon logo, but there's no 4G LTE logo, which is rather surprising because they put that on everything. And over here on the side, we got your power button, your volume rocker, which is actually your SIM card port too. It's a nano SIM just like the Moto X. On the other side, there's nothing over here. Up top, you got your headphone jack up there. On the bottom, you've got your USB port, which just like with the Moto X, it comes with a dual USB charger, I guess is what you call it. On the front, you've got your 3 capacitive keys, your home or back, home, and multitasking, and then your 5-inch 720p display, which I have to be honest, both 720p displays, they actually look really nice. I've actually not been a fan of AMOLED in the past, and these I actually really like. I guess maybe because AMOLED in the past was pentile and this is RGB, but either way they look good. And the reason why they use AMOLED is for active display, because doing this, if it lights up your whole display, it's gonna kill your battery in a couple of hours. This way, it's only lighting up the pixels it's using, so it's only lighting up those pixels, not the entire display. Other displays like IPS or Super LCD, they'll have to light up the whole display to light up a couple of pixels. AMOLED lights up each individual pixel. So like I said, these both have all the same features, touchless display. Okay Google now. There's also, well, active display, which I already showed you. Battery life is pretty good, but I'd have to say the Moto X is better. Of course, it is a bigger battery with a smaller display. 2200 versus 2130, I think, in the Moto X, or Droid Ultra. As far as the Droid features go, we have the Droid Zap, which I actually demoed already on a separate video, which we can do it again right here. You just go into a picture, swipe your 2 fingers up, and then it'll say get ready, then heads up, and it's starting to send it over, which it'll work with any other phone that has the Droid Zap app installed, like the Moto X right here. So you just open it up, take your 2 fingers, drag it down, and it'll look around. Of course, it has to sign in for me because I haven't used it for a few days. It shouldn't take too long. and the picture's almost sent, so it's still looking for it on the Moto X, and it found something. And because I have the settings enabled on the Droid Ultra to ask for a code, which as you can see, let's see if we can get this to focus better. The code right, it shows the code right there in your notification, so that you can just go ahead and type it in right here. And then it'll verify the code. And those are the other two pictures I've done already. Now it found it and now it's downloading it. And here's the picture that I took with the Droid Ultra yesterday that I just transferred with Droid's app. Now as far as some of the other features that are just for the Droid, mostly just Verizon apps is what I call it, because people don't like it when I call it bloatware. But you can uninstall most of it. Believe there's about 15 or Verizon apps. You got the Amazon Suite. You got some other Verizon apps. But that's a comparison between the Droid Ultra and the Moto X. Stay tuned to Android Headlines for more on both devices.